At Sim Racing Expo, I got to try THRUSTMASTER's latest adult toy, the T598 direct drive wheelbase, along with their new pedals and some new wheel rims. We tried it with Gran Turismo 7 and then Assetto Corsa Competizione. So now I'm gonna THRUSTMASTER my first impressions of the world's first actual drive direct drive motor straight into your brain. Imagine using a sim that has bad force feedback to demo your wheel. Key things that stand out to me with this wheelbase, first impressions, I'm bearing in mind that we're on ACC here, is that it does really nice punchy details for stuff like the track vibrations, the curbing, gear shifting, really nice punchiness for those kind of haptic vibration details. And then for the self-aligning forces, you get the standard ACC force feedback where you can feel the force of the wheel pushing it back for self-aligning the rear, and also when you go over you get that drop off in force feedback. Unfortunately ACC doesn't have the most dynamic of force feedback, so it's hard to really fully test this wheelbase with this rig, but from what we can feel, it's super smooth. Like, there's a really good smoothness to it. There's no cogging or anything like that. It's up there with as smooth as possible DD wheels you can get. I do get the impression, having driven this on ACC and on Gran Turismo as well now, that if you wanted a weaker force feedback wheel, or you don't play with really high force feedback, but then you still wanted really good fidelity, like I say, nice punchiness for vibrations and nice detail for the actual range that is there, I do feel like this could be a really good direct drive wheel for people that don't want strong force feedback but still want to get good detail. It's hard to really know exactly how much detail it'll put out with Gran Turismo and ACC. It's a real shame that they don't have the original Assetto Corsa on this booth, or other simulators that have more dynamic range of force feedback. But as a first impressions, it feels really nice and solid. It feels like it's giving really nice detail, and it feels super smooth. Also, the wheelbase itself is quite nice and small. It's utterly silent, so if you wanted a quiet wheelbase, that's really good. And then also, the wheel rim's not got any play, or there's like no flex on it, totally solid. Quick release seems to work nice, and the wheel rim itself also feels really nice and solid to hold on to. You've got the screen on it, you've got all the buttons. You know, this is obviously at a trade show, this is not a full-on test, this is very much the first impressions. But I have to say, I think as a absolute first impressions, for a lower strength force feedback wheel that's also priced very competitively, I think THRUSTMASTER might be onto something here. Quick mention on the pedals, they are your sort of bog standard, I think the Hall effect, the pedals, the brake and the accelerator, lots of throw on them. You're not getting that nice sort of load cell aspect with the brake pedal. There's a lot of squish on both of them. Great if you're maybe more casual though, and you're using your pedals with flight simulators as rudder pedals. For what they are, and again considering the price, I think THRUSTMASTER might actually have something really good here, and this will definitely be worth spending more time with and giving it a bit more of a test. So that's our first impressions of THRUSTMASTER's new direct drive wheel, and I think, as I say, considering the price, this is really quite interesting and definitely will deserve more testing. At the THRUSTMASTER booth here, we also have two new wheel rims that they're offering. Can you tell us a bit about these wheel rims?
So these wheels are the Hypercar wheel. It's our new premium steering wheel. We have two versions, the standard version and the club version, which is a gold version. And the standard, it's with a red centering ring at the center. We have carbon forged. Here it's complete metal plate on the front. You have the magnetic paddle shifter. You have front analog paddles. That's it.
That's it. So, and these wheel rims will obviously will work on the new DD.
Yes. On the T598, T598, they are compatible with the new quick release system.
What price are you going to be doing these for?
The price of this rim is €399.
Okay.
And dollars the same.
And they're both the same. They've just got the different colour configurations. Yeah. Will people be able to? Are they just going to have the silver and the gold, or will there be other options?
Here you can buy everywhere, and here you need to be part of the THRUSTMASTER club. So if you bought a T818, a SF1000, kit, you have the member card in your box. You just log on the THRUSTMASTER website, join the club, and you can access to the gold version.
You have to join the evil THRUSTMASTER club to get the golden one. It reminds me a bit of the, do you remember the Nintendo 64, the golden joystick? I'm old, and he knows what I'm talking about, so he's old as well. But yeah, awesome. So you've got the Ferrari Formula rim with the screen, you've got the basic wheel that comes with the DD, and then you can upgrade, and they're going to have a whole ecosystem as well that they're moving towards. For £450, I think this is actually a really fantastic offering by THRUSTMASTER, especially the inclusion of the wheel rim and the pedals in the box. It just keeps things more simple. With the upgrade path for different wheel rims and maybe even pedal upgrades in the future, I could see this keeping console gamers especially perfectly happy for many years to come. Now, we still have a big gap in the market in that sort of £200 to £50 price range, which nobody seems to be addressing. But in the £500 price point, we have THRUSTMASTER, Logitech, Fanatec, and maybe even Acertech, all thrusting away, pounding and penetrating that price point as hard as they possibly can. And I could definitely see, if you particularly like THRUSTMASTER's wheel rims, they would be a perfectly good choice to go for. Now, as I say, keep in mind this was all a first impressions video, and until we have one at home in our home rig experiencing that thrust all night long, we can't know what durability is like and other aspects of the wheel. So keep that in mind if you're using this video to decide you're purchasing. Subscribe to the channel to keep yourself abreast of our future videos and possibly a review of this in the future. And I've also popped a link to the wheel in the description for those of you that want to buy one. At the making of this video, it's not an affiliate link, but it might be at a later date. Happy tea drinking, thanks for watching, take care, and goodbye.